What's going on, everybody? Cowhead45 back at it again with another video. Today we're going to play some Disturbed. Now this game is a free download on the Steam website. I wanted to do another kind of horror game for Halloween. Like I think if you've seen the other game I've uploaded, Blameless, I'm not a big horror game fan. It's not that I don't like them. It's just I've never really been attracted to them. It's not something I go for. But I figured with the Halloween season, I'd give it a shot. It was free. I like to draw, and this had kind of a hand-drawn animation or a background to it, and I figured it kind of suited me. By what I could tell in the description, it's kind of like a choose-your-own-adventure type thing. You have to make decisions, and based on your decisions, it will dictate the outcome of the next part of the game. But apparently, you're a farmer, and your farm is dilapidated. It's something's wrong with it, and I guess you had to figure out what's going on. Other than that, I really don't know much about it. If it is kind of like a Choose Your Own Adventure, I'm probably going to die a lot because I remember when I was a kid, I used to read the Choose Your Own Adventure storybooks, and I don't think I ever completed one. I always died, got frustrated, and put them away. So let's see how we do on this one, and let's get started. Another dull day passes as you struggle to manage your failing farm. Your crops are beginning to wilt, and your cow is sick. Starting out on a good note. For some time, the land has been very quiet. The air has grown thick and foul. Each passing day, you feel more uncertain if things will ever return to how they were before. Perhaps it is up to you. You've made up your mind you're going to do something about it. You stand in front of your humble home, pondering what you should do next. So yeah, it's kind of got that hand-drawn look to it, which I kind of like because I do pencil artwork, so I kind of like that. But let's see. So here's the house, and we can either go to the crops, go in the house, or go in the shed. I'm guessing this is a shed over here. Well, let's go in the house and see what's in there. Entering the house, you feel a subtle uneasiness, as if the growing blight outside has penetrated the walls of your safe haven. From what you see, however, everything is the same as you left it. Perhaps this may be a good time to just lay in bed and wish that your problems will go away. You fight the notion, but the temptation is still there. Okay, so we can either read in the journal, open the chest, or lie in bed. And I wonder if, like, every time you have one of these will kill you. I wonder if that's how it is, or I'm not exactly sure how that's going to work. But I'm going to go ahead and open the chest, hoping that nothing kills me. You open the chest and find nothing more than a pile of papers. It seems you have less valuables than you anticipated. You close the chest. Well, I mean, if I was a man of prestigious, valuable things, I don't think I would be in this situation. So that option's gone, so we can either lie in bed or read in the journal. I don't think I can die from reading the journal, so let's try that out. Dear Journal, another usual day on the farm. The crops are growing with good health. Bethany is also doing quite well, never disappointed with the milk she provides. If things continue to go well, I may be able to invest in more animals. A farmer can only be so social with a cow. Okay. Well, apparently, I don't know how far back that goes, because, I mean, in the very first part of the game, it told you that your crops are dying and your cow is sick, so... Dear Journal, today has been an unfortunate day. Someone broke into my shed and stole some things. I usually don't mind if someone steals a bite to eat from the garden, but to take my equipment? Well, I put a lock on the door and hid the key. Nobody will ever get into my stuff again. Now, if I had to take a guess, when he said that he hid the key and nobody will ever get into his stuff, if we try to go in the shed, how much you would make a bet that we won't be able to get in because he doesn't know where he hid the key? Dear Journal, I awoke one night to a foul smell I have never come across before. I took a step outside to see what I could find, but I found nothing after searching about the farm. Whatever it is, it must be bad. I should make a trip into the city to see what this is about. Okay, so foul-smelling odors. What else? Oh, that was it. So I have three options, and I've taken two. Now, if one of the three options will kill you, that would say that lying in bed is probably going to be my demise. But I could be wrong. Oh. Let's go for it. You lay in your bed and fall asleep to the light sound of the wind blowing against the grass. Something tells me this is too good to be true. You begin to hear whispers and chants, but you can't make anything of it. An image appears before you, a stone, glowing as if it were alive. The chants get louder as your vision grows into more detail. Yep, this can't be good. You reach toward the stone with your hand. I don't know why I would do that. As your fingers make contact, a clash of thunder rattles around you. Your clothing and skin start to flake away like dust in the wind. The particles flow into the stone, sapping the life from your body. You feel pain you have never experienced before, and fear begins to flood over you. You suddenly see yourself lying in bed, never to wake up again. I am looking darn good, y'all. So I guess I was right. Now, I don't know if this is going to be a continuing thing, that every option you get, one of them's going to kill you. But apparently I was right on my assumption saying that lying in bed was going to kill me. Your adventure ends here. Well, pars for the core for me for always dying in these things, but let's start again. Let's get past all this and we'll go back into the house. Well, I guess we don't even have to go back in the house. We already know what's there. So let's go to the shed. You attempt to open the shed door, but the door won't budge. You remember locking it some time ago, but you can't remember what you did with the key. I told you that was going to happen. I was right. He said he hid the key so nobody could ever get into it, and it just so happened now he can't even get it to himself. So the only other option we have is to go to the crops. A path divides the crops you have labored so hard to prosper these past months. A penetrating odor reminds you that your plants are decaying away, and time is running short. I'm guessing that's the... See, follow the path or go in the pin. I'm guessing that's the pin up there. Let's go ahead and go into the pin. A toxic fume burns your nose as you enter the pin. Your poor cow lies lifeless on the ground as growing blight slowly begins to consume her body. You feel sick to your stomach as you stand here, especially as you stare at the black mushrooms that dot the ground. Okay, so now you're in a pen with a dead cow, and this blight is slowly consuming her body. And you're wondering what is going on with the country? Maybe these blights have something to do with it? I'm just going to take a wild guess, but that doesn't seem like a positive thing. And then these black mushrooms, those can't be good. See, oh, and we have the option to grab a mushroom or inspect the water. I only have two options here, so I wonder if there's a 50-50 chance. So I'm going to inspect the water first. Inspect the water looking for anything abnormal. You notice that the water has a dark consistency to it. Dropping a stone into it, black particles from the bottom swirl about like a thunderstorm. Your face shrivels in disgust. Okay, so something's also infecting the water supply. Is that what killed her, or... Something tells you it's never good to grab a mushroom. And I'm not even going to. I just know that's automatic death. Oh, but you guys are going to hate me if I don't. And I'm curious myself as to what's going to happen. We can always come back to this part, I guess. So let's grab a mushroom. That's never a good sound. You kneel down and grab a mushroom. As you begin to rip it out of the ground, a cloud of spores spray from the mushroom. Your hands begin to burn and melt as you observe them. Slowly your body shrivels up into a dark, moist consistency as the poison spreads. You die, eventually, after crawling about on the ground. Your adventure ends here. So, at least I have a pretty good idea of what's going to kill me, but I just can't help myself from wondering. I just have to know. Alright, so let's go back. We don't have to go to the pen. We all know what happens there. So, go to the crops. And we'll just continue, or follow the path. You continue down the trail for a while until you see a cave off in the distance. You pause, questioning if there could be something helpful in there. Now, I don't know what could be helpful inside a cave. And it only sounds like they're egging you to go into the cave and something bad's going to happen. But once again, I have to find out. So I'm going to. There's a faint whistle from the wind passing between the rocks. The temperature significantly cools as you enter the cave. You notice that there is a different smell, but you welcome it, comparing it to the deathly blight found outside. Okay, go further into the cave or leave. Everything is telling me to leave, but my curiosity is telling me to go further into the cave. So I'm going to. Oops. Before you take your next step, a large bear emerges from the darkness. Okay. You realize that you have made a terrible mistake, even thinking that something helpful can be in here. Now it makes me feel like it just pretty much just called you're an idiot. That's basically what it just said. You're stupid for even thinking this could be helpful. Fight the bear or run away. I have a feeling that either of them are going to end in my immediate death, but I'm going to go down with vengeance. I'm going to fight. You scan the ground and notice that there are numerous rocks you can grab to throw at the bear. You begin to do so as the bear approaches you. One after the other, you throw the rocks as hard as you can. The bear charges at you as you bend over to grab another rock, tackling you to the ground. The bear bites into your neck. Your body quickly grows limp, and you die. Your adventure ends here. So, now the other option was to run away. And I have a feeling that is going to have an equally disappointing outcome. But I wonder if you can get past the bear. I wonder if they'll legitimately let you. We all know I'm not. I'm gonna die, but I have to know. So let's get back there. Follow the path. Go into the cave. Go further into the cave. What up? Okay. Now, we're not going to fight the bear. We're going to run away. And I fear this is just, like I said, it's going to have a horrible outcome still. The moment you turn to run, the bear roars with a deep growl, shaking loose the stones about the cave. All you can think about is making it back home in one piece. Well, you make it to the trail. Then the bear catches up with you, tackling you to the ground. You scream in pain as the bear rips you apart. Your adventure ends here. Wah, wah, wah. Well, at least I was right. Both of them, once you enter that cave and you see the bear, you're doomed. So now we can just go past that and not even worry about it. So, go to the crops. Okay, follow the path. Continue down the path. You come to a stop as you stumble upon a broken wagon. Inspect the wagon. You look about the mess and find bits of food and clothes scattered about the scene. You notice a key on the ground during your search. You pick up the key and continue on your way. Oh, okay. After what felt like an hour or two, you reach a bridge. Nearby the path is a small shack, similar to the house you have on the farm. The man that lives here is a kind fellow, from what you recall. Maybe he is home. Well, I got the key. I might as well go inside. You walk towards the structure and knock on the door. You scratch the back of your head, figuring what the person that lives here is currently occupied, if not elsewhere. Figuring out the person that lives here. Alright. You remember picking up a key from the wagon and use it on the door. The door unlocks. You decide to help yourself in, so now you're better than a common criminal. Observing the empty room, you realize something terrible must have taken place here. The room is a wreck, just like the wagon. So I'm guessing that the wagon was the guy that lived here, considering I got the key to the house from the wagon. You're overcome with fear as you think about the man that used to dwell here. Inspect the book on the table or open the trap door. I'm going to inspect the book. You pick up the book and start to flip through the pages. You discover that this is a journal. Reading a passage or two can't hurt. Today's training went smoothly, thank goodness. What I'm thrilled most about, however, is what one of my buddies mentioned to me at the conclusion of our day. Apparently there's a pond nearby that has some of the biggest fish in the region. With a good catch, I can make enough to move things forward. I was caught off guard when he mentioned that nobody has been able to catch any from there. I guess your typical fishing rod won't do the trick, but what could be done about it then? So he must be a fisherman. Something to be intrigued about, I suppose. These past couple of weeks have been really rough on me. My trading business has gone under, and I have lost nearly everything I own. This has pushed me to extremes, but they can't be helped now. I am leaving this place forever, never to return. The land is dying, and there's nothing but darkness here. Anyone reading this should leave while they can. It's kind of funny that he would leave that expecting somebody to read it in his house. You can't find a name to give this man, but regardless of the name, you got chills running down your spine. So apparently he was trying to get away, and something happened to his wagon, and I'm guessing he died. So now the only option we have is to open the trapdoor. And if you look here, there's some drag marks to the trapdoor. So, I mean, nothing good can come from this, but once again, I have to know. You observe the trapdoor and notice a lock keeping it closed. With the key, you unlock the hatch and get it open. Without thinking, you travel downward. Okay. Walking down the steps leading below, the air attacks your body with a piercing cold. You notice immediately that there is a woman chained to the wall. Okay, let's step back a second here. This guy is a simple fisherman, by what I could tell from the journal, and he's trying to get out of here. But he has a dungeon and a trapdoor in his house and a lady chained to the wall. Since she doesn't seem to notice you as you study her, you feel darkness surround you as you stay in this awful place. Talk to the woman or leave the shack. Well, I'm already down here and might as well talk to her. You tremble as you try to form words in your mouth. Woman, you there, let me out of here. The pressure of such a demand makes you freeze. Boy, she's really got a masculine voice. You take a moment to think about the situation before you respond. What got you locked up to begin with? You'll never believe me if I told you the truth. Something brought you here. Please, have mercy on me. Free the woman or decline. Now this one, it's not, for me, as simple cut and dry as like, oh yeah, release this poor innocent woman, because I don't think she is a poor innocent woman. I think this is a trap, and since I haven't died yet, this would be the thing to kill me. And I don't want to die again so quickly. So I am going to decline, and hopefully I can stay with that moral decision. I will not. No, don't go. With nothing else to interact with, you make your way up the stairs. As you exit, you can hear the woman laugh behind you. The voice causes the shack to shake. You leave the shack as fast as you could. Okay, so apparently I was correct, but I don't think it takes a brain surgeon to really figure out what's going on there. You leave the shack and cross the bridge before something bad happens. You cross the bridge safely and continue down the trail. After all that has happened, you feel that you should take a moment to rest. Really? Your cow was being consumed by some shadowy blight. Everything around you is trying to kill you. Everybody around you is dying or running away from something bad, and you think it's a good time to sit and have a rest? You find a spot under a tree and sit down. Getting comfortable, you'll tilt your head back against the tree and gaze into the sky. La-di-da, like nothing bad's gonna happen. Take a nap or pick at the grass. Pick at the grass. Uh-oh. As you pick at the grass blades in your reach, the ground begins to shake. Before you can get up, roots from below sprout from the ground and wrap around your legs. You turn around and see a large, angry face looking at you. Your jaw drops in horror. No sounds or screams escape your tongue as the tightening grip of the roots squeeze with what air is left from your body. Your adventure ends here. Are you serious? Are you serious? Okay, so when we were in the shed, or my home, I laid down and took a nap, and a dream consumed my soul and killed me. Now I'm in the middle of a trail and decide to take a little rest. and innocently pick at the blades of grass and, think about what I've seen and done, and I get attacked by some woodland monster that apparently doesn't like me doing that, when I thought taking a nap would consume me like it did in my home. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this episode here, and we'll continue it in the next one and see what happens from there. And the only thing I can predict is I'm gonna die again a lot more. But I guess that's the fun in it. But alright, well, until the next episode, if you like this video, hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. And we'll see what happens in the next video. Until then, guys, it's Cowan45 saying thanks for watching. Appreciate you guys. And I'll talk to you later.